Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Basic Excel Tour. Um, this is just a course that is going to take us into having a little bit basic knowledge as far as Excel is concerned. A full course of this is found at the www.thewiseeducation.com. I am an instructor, Stephen Elvis. Basic Excel Tour is a comprehensive tutorial that provides a good insight into the latest and advanced features available in Microsoft Excel 2013 to 2016. It has plenty of exercises and examples that explain how to use a particular feature in a step-by-step manner. The audience of this tutorial has been designed for all those persons who depend heavily on Excel to prepare charts, tables, and professional reports that involve simple and complex data. It will help all those persons who use Microsoft Excel regularly to analyze data too. So the prerequisites of this course is that the participants of this tutorial are expected to have a good prior understanding of how to open an Excel app, or if you like, an Excel spreadsheet. So let's begin the tour. So what you can see on the screen at the moment is actually an Excel, we call it a worksheet. It begins from here. It's the whole of this is an Excel worksheet. So these are cells that I'm just trying to select a few cells to show you what exactly these are. Just trying to put a border to let you know that these are cells. So these are actually cells. Now, just like you have a name, so cells are also named. So an Excel worksheet has cells, and the cells are actually named in what you call the columns and then the rows. So we have a lot of columns, and the columns are named in alphabet. We have given them alphabetical letters, and then the rows are given numbers. So we have a lot of numbers here in the rows, and what we have here as columns, we have given them alphabetical letters. So when this one that has a yellow mark, I've just put it here so that you can see how we name cells. We actually name cells by starting with the column, then the row. The column, then the row. So you can see here, this is C, this is column C, and it is in the third row, so this cell is C3. So a single cell reference, which is actually the address or name of a cell, for in our example here is C3, is actually the name of the cell shown in yellow. So this one is C3. Now a range of cells, which is a series of cells starting at one cell and ending at another, is we call that a range of cells. So here we have D3, which is the first cell, and the range up to D14. So this is supposed to be actually D14. So that's actually the range D14. So it's a range of cells shown in red. So from D3 up to D14. Sorry, not D15, D14. So the constant in this formula that we are going to use is actually up to number 100 for what you're going to have. So basically that's it. So we have, when you look at our spreadsheet here, we have different Excel worksheets with different names. So each worksheet has actually a name. This one we will be able to learn about this. If you join the course, we will be able to take you through how to go about this. So in our introductory course today, we are going to look at how to add. So this is a little bit of some mathematics. We are going to look how to add numbers, and this is actually add numbers like a champ in Microsoft Excel. So here are some ways in which you can add numbers in Excel. Say you have some fruits and you have the amount. Let's say you are a fruit vendor. Maybe you have apples and you sold apples at 50 shillings, oranges at 20, bananas at 16, lemons at 40. and you wanted to get the total amount of this, so you can actually use something called a function, and in this case a function is a sum. So what you do here, you just type equals, you type equals, then you say sum, then you put a bracket, when you put a bracket there, then you look at the cell number. So here in our case cell number is D, we talk about D4, so our cell number is D4, where the cell that has the amount. So you write there D4, you realize that it has selected D4, and then because you want to select a range of cells that is from apples to lemons, so you will do D4 and then you put a colon and then you write D7. So lemons are actually up to D7, so you write D7, then you close the bracket, and once you close the bracket you just press enter. So when you press enter, it will give you the total of the total amount of the fruits. So not really the total amount of the fruit, but the total amount, not the total number of the fruits, but the total amount of cash that you have sold the fruit. So currently we stand at 170. Yeah. So again, if you are actually a meat vendor and you sold beef, you sold chicken, you sold pork, you sold fish, you can actually try this in your machine. If you have a machine, you can try this. So let's say you're a meat vendor and you sold beef, you sold chicken, you sold pork, you sold fish, and you want to know the total amount, you can still do the same. Just like I did prior, you come here, then you write equals. So once you write equals, you write sum. When you write sum, you just do a bracket, shift then bracket if you're using a shortcut or something. So you do, then you look at the cell. So here in our case the cell is G3, so you write G then 3. Sorry, it's not G3, actually it's G4. So you write G4 so that it can select that cell up to G7. So you write G7. So you put shift and then you put colon and then you write G7. So you close the bracket, then you press enter. So it's going to give you the total amount of cells for the meat. So you can do that to these others. You can actually write whatever you want. You can have bread, donut, cookies, cakes in piles. If you're selling these types of foods, you can actually say that. And there is a shortcut. If you don't want to do all that kind of stuff, you can actually have another way to add using shortcut key. You can come here in this yellow cell that I have. Then you can actually press Alt and equals sign all at the same time. So I am going to press Alt and equal sign at the same time, then you press enter and then you'll have it. So here we go. So you press Alt, then you press equal sign and then you press enter. So you realize that actually you have the total amount, which is up to 260. You can do this example for your own. You can try adding another SUMIF formula here. You can also add amounts not less than 100, and then the results actually should be giving at least something like 160. This is something you can try. Now you can also do this on your own, an exercise. You can add the numbers over 50. You can select the last yellow, maybe here, or you can do it by yourself. Then you type SUMIF, then you put a bracket, then you look at the cell number D11 or whichever the cell that you have decided to have. Then you have the D15 or the cell, then you put a comma and quotation mark and then the over sign and then maybe over 50. So this will select all the numbers that are over 50, then you press enter and then you're going to have a result that's actually over 100. So well, you can have a lot of some functions Some of them, the above tips, you can actually use them. You see, like here, you have a range. You can have equals sum. Then you look at the cell number, and then you put a colon, and then you have another cell number, and you put a bracket, and you get a cell range to actually get a sum. So basically, that's it for today. At least now you have looked at the cell reference, and we have learned how to name a cell in a worksheet. We have already known what a cell range is, and at least now we have known a constant. You can put a constant to any number you want. If you don't need to have constant, then you can just leave it aside, and you can actually have practice. You can practice this at home. So basically this is it. So if you liked this lesson, you can actually get this lesson at www.thewiseeducation.com, where you're going to learn more about the sum function, about the sum if, about the calculator and Excel training. You can actually get it online. You will learn how to fill, how to split, how to transpose, how to sort after. You will learn about Excel tables. You will learn about the drop downs. You will learn how to analyze. You have to insert charts and stuff. You also learn about pivot tables and many others. So you will also learn the formulas and shortcuts. So if you really like this lesson, you can actually log into www.thewiseeducation.com, get into the Excel class, basic Excel class. Once you at least get some idea on this basic Excel class, then you can actually join the advanced Excel class, and I believe that everything else is going to be okay with you. I want to wish you well in your Excel classes. I will be happy to see you soon. Enjoy yourself and all the best. Thank you very much once again. Thank you.